Following the conflicts of the territory of former Yugoslavia, Montenegro has provided shelter to a significant number of displaced persons. At one point in the past, every fourth resident of Montenegro was a displaced person. With the adoption of the strategy in June 2011, the government of Montenegro started with the process of permanently resolving the issue of displaced and internally displaced persons, with strong support from UNHCR and OSCE and the European Commission as international partners. In order to permanently resolve this issue, a regional cooperation was established between Serbia, Montenegro, Bosnia and Herzegovina and Croatia, which represents the first partnership between these countries after the war. With the support of the international community and donors, regional cooperation was successfully transformed into the Regional Housing Program. In Montenegro, the Regional Housing Program, RHP, is expected to provide funds for durable housing solutions for 6,063 persons, or 1,177 households, belonging to the most vulnerable categories. Persons accommodated in informal collective centers and vulnerable persons in private accommodation, with particular reference to Camp Koenig. This program provides construction of 907 housing units, provision of construction material for 120 housing units, construction of 50 prefabricated houses, 62 housing units in Home for the Elderly in Pljevlja, purchase of apartments in the municipality of Herceg-Novi, with the possibility of expanding the project to other coastal municipalities. Reconstruction of the existing military complex Trebjesa for the construction of a home for the elderly, as well as adult persons with disabilities in the municipality of Nikšić. The total value of the project amounts to over 27.6 million euros, with the state's contribution of 15%, or over 4 million euros. The leading institution is the Ministry of Labor and Social Welfare, and the government of Montenegro appointed Budimirka Đukanović as National RHP Coordinator. The Project Implementation Unit is the Directorate of Public Works, and project planning documentation is prepared by the Agency for Designing and Planning of the Municipality of Nikšić, led by Milena Nikolić, lead architect. By October 2017, Montenegro signed grant agreements for 6 sub-projects. So far, the first sub-project, MNE1 Nikšić, has been completed and all the beneficiaries have moved in. The beneficiaries have signed agreements with the municipality to duly settle their bills for rent, electricity, water and utilities. Also in 2017, the following sub-projects were completed: MNE2 Koenig First Phase and MNE3 Home for the Elderly in Pljevlja. An inauguration ceremony for Home for the Elderly in Pljevlja was held on April 11, 2018. An act on systematization of jobs for the recruitment of technical and professional staff was prepared. Procedures for competition and selection of professional staff have been conducted. Currently, 28 permanent employees are employed in the home, which created the conditions for the reception of the remaining beneficiaries. The construction of 94 housing units in Berane is expected to be completed in 2018. As well as the construction of 51 housing units in Koenig, which is provided through savings on projects. By the end of this phase, Camp Koenig will finally be closed. Implementation of 2 new sub-projects started in 2018. This includes the purchase of apartments in Herceg-Novi and construction of houses in more than 13 Montenegrin municipalities. As a very important component of this program, we would like to emphasize the support and cooperation of local self-governments. In the continuation of the program, Montenegro expects approval of 2 new sub-projects: the construction of 96 housing units at Vrela Ribnička and the construction of the existing military complex Trebjesa for the construction of a home for both the elderly and adult persons with disabilities in the municipality of Nikšić. Selection of beneficiaries. The selection of beneficiaries and the vulnerability criteria are defined by international rules. The ministry establishes commissions, whilst the UNHCR and OSCE monitor the selection of beneficiaries. For each sub-project, public advertisements are announced for at least 30 days, after which time the administrative fieldwork and cross-border verifications are carried out. The process of selection of beneficiaries is foreseen to last for 6 months for each sub-project. The successful implementation of the RHP in Montenegro requires a responsible and dedicated approach of the expert team in charge of the implementation of the regional housing program. The expert team consists of the project manager Vladimir Cicmil, chief engineer Gina Lovric, together with responsible designers Marko Radojevic and Milena Nikolic. The team leader is National RHP Coordinator Budimir Đukanović.